Welcome back to the Rise with Anita podcast, or welcome if you're new here and this is your first time joining me. I trust that you're in the right spot. This is the space where ambition meets embodiment and soul meets strategy. So last week we talked about how what you're calling burnout might actually just mean that you're in a dysregulated nervous system. So today we're building on that because a lot of women come to me and they're just like, I need to work on my confidence. If I were more confident, I would show up more. I'd speak up. I'd go after my dreams. I would post on social media. And I want to challenge that just a little bit. Because you don't need more confidence. You need to create safety in your nervous system. But before we dive any deeper, I'm going to ask if you'll take a breath with me. Feet on the floor. If you're able to do so, close your eyes. Hand on your chest. Feel your heart. And slowly inhale gently for 4. Hold for 3. And exhale for 6. Allow your body to arrive. So here's the thing. A lot of what we're taught about confidence is usually the prerequisite. Yes, in order to build confidence, you need to work on your mindset. You need to start taking aligned action. Right? You build the belief first and then you act. But when it comes to our bodies, it works just a little differently. Because it's not from a thought process, right? It's actually your nervous system state. And here's what I mean by that. If your nervous system is feeling unsafe in any way, you're going to hesitate. You're not going to take the action from the right place. And even if you do take the action, it's not in the right energy. So if your nervous system is starting to feel like you're being judged, you're going to shrink your energy and make yourself smaller than you need to be. Or if you feel a little exposed or call it uncertain, you will start to overthink your environment and the people you're with. And it's not because you actually lack the confidence, but your body is in protection mode. We went over this a little bit in the last episode. Because here's the thing. Your entire nervous system's job, your subconscious mind's job, is to keep you safe. And so we have such intelligent bodies that when we are doing something new, it feels like it's danger. And danger must be averted, even if it's something you really want. So you can journal. You can do your affirmations. You can visualize. You can look at your vision board. But if your nervous system is in the state of bracing and survival mode, your thoughts won't override it because your thoughts are always in the back end. And here's one thing I want you to recognize. It's not always the thoughts that we are having consciously. It's what's operating in your subconscious that's really running the show. So confidence doesn't come from just convincing yourself of what you want. It comes from allowing your body to know that it is safe to be seen, to speak up, to take up the space, to have the hard conversation, and nothing bad is going to happen. You are not being chased by a saber-toothed tiger. Safety creates the evidence, and evidence will build your confidence. When we are talking with our bodies and creating that internal safety, you start to feel like you can actually handle anything. So you have to remember, it's about getting to this place of feeling steady and grounded, connected and present. That's the actual regulation that you're looking for. So when you're in the energy of feeling anxious, urgent, restless, you're actually in an activated state. So if you're feeling numb, foggy, stuck, overthinking, you're in shutdown energy. And so a lot of times, most women try to act more confident by doing more. And they're actually in the energies of being activated or shut down without recognizing it. So you need to be allowing your nervous system some support in the process. The work here is literally in the slowing down, in the communicating with your nervous system. So if you're able to do so, let's test something gently. I want you to think about something absolutely bold. It could be something so bold that your brain goes, oh my gosh, I would never do that. Or, not right now, I'm not there yet. Whether that's like raising your rates, posting something vulnerable, saying no, setting a boundary, having a hard conversation. Think about that and just take a minute to observe and notice your body. Is your chest tightening? Do you feel it drop in your stomach? Is there a little bit of that like stomach buzz that happens to some of us? Is your shoulders tense? Are they rising? That's not a confidence issue, but it is a signal. Your body is asking, am I safe? Can we do this? And here's the actual shift that will build the confidence. Micro moments of safety. Taking it one thing at a time. When we look at somatic work, generally speaking, it's all about the pause, about the presence and the energy. So when we're working to build ourselves up, it's literally the micro moments. You're not making one big fast change. You're speaking an honest sentence. You're holding an eye contact a couple of seconds longer than feels normal. You're stopping yourself from over-explaining. You're allowing silence to exist between you. You're posting before you feel ready. You're not deleting the post once you've posted it. That's a bonus because I know I've been there. And then you stay present with it. You're not retracting your energy. You're not apologizing. And something I had said in the beginning of the year, because apologizing is something I am currently working on, is when we over apologize. And I'm not talking about apologizing when you've done something. I am talking about the I am sorry generally. So when you are over apologizing, it is showing a signal of your worth, your value, how you perceive yourself in your ability to take up space. And that stuck with me because as women, we tend to fall into more of that, I'm so sorry for this, or I'm so sorry for that. And if you look at men, they rarely apologize for their states. And that's something that I think we can all genuinely learn from them. But that's not the point of this. Every time your body has this experience of like, oh my God, I did it and I'm okay, you end up having this lack of survival mode. It shows your body, hey, it's safe for me to make these moves. It's safe for me to open up. And your baseline, right, your thermostat starts to shift. It starts to look like you can take the actions and you're not afraid to do it. And you become embodied in your confidence. When we think embodied, what does that really mean? It's in the body. You're not faking it. You can always, always, always tell when a person is faking their energy, whether that's online or in person. You just know. So, if your identity has been the responsible one, the agreeable one, the one who doesn't rock the boat, she keeps the peace, right? Then boldest, being audacious, is going to feel dangerous because it ends up threatening your sense of belonging. And belonging is survival to the nervous system. So instead of forcing your confidence, try this out. What would make this moment just feel 5% safer? You're not going for perfect, not even fearless, just safer. 5% safer. Maybe it's you pause before you respond to that text message and you take a breath. And maybe then in that case, it's literally just, I'm not responding to this right now. Maybe it's allowing yourself to soften your shoulders. Speaking slower. Feeling your feet while you talk. You know, I am someone who puts myself out there quite a bit and I go to different networking events. But I'm also historically a little bit of an introvert, what I call an introverted extrovert. And sometimes for me, all I have to do before I get into the event, or even in the middle of it, sometimes I will literally walk away, find a quiet corner. Sometimes that's literally the bathroom. And I will just go in where I feel safe, close my eyes, and I'll breathe. And I will literally just continue to connect with my heart. And I'll go, okay, what is my outcome for being here? Is it connection? Is it to offer my services? Is it to just be present in this moment? I like to reset because for me, it's easy to get overstimulated. So it's about allowing yourself to know that your confidence comes from creating safety. Right? So that safety could be as simple as literally just being like, I'm going to create space for myself right now. I'm going to take a moment to pause, even though I should be networking and I should be meeting people and mingling. So confidence isn't loud. It isn't about being perfect all the time. But there is a very steady energy that comes with it. And what I found is those who are most confident have a certain presence in their bodies. They feel it while they're being seen. They feel it while they're operating in their day-to-day. Because they're practicing that from being built through regulation. When we regulate, slowness ends up being the power tool, the anchor of your confidence. So to close this out, I want you to go ahead and stand or sit tall and allow yourself to really feel into your body. Soften that jaw. Inhale. Hold for 4. Take a long exhale to your own count. And just say, I can be here and I can be safe. I can be here and I can be safe. I can be present and safe. And that's your foundation. And from there, your confidence becomes inevitable. So I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying where we are going with this podcast. I am super excited to bring more of this work to you. And that is all for now.